For years, one concern has followed electric vehicles everywhere. EV batteries won't last. They'll die in 5 years. Replacing them will cost more than the car. But what if that belief is outdated? A new large-scale real-world study suggests EV batteries last far longer than most people expect. And it also reveals the single biggest factor that actually causes battery degradation. Today, we're breaking down the data, not opinions. How long EV batteries really last, what damages them the most, and how charging habits quietly decide their future. What the data looked at. This isn't a lab test. It's not a manufacturer claim. The data comes from a real-world analysis of more than 20,000 electric vehicles across different brands, climates, and usage patterns. These vehicles were tracked over years, not months. Battery health was measured through real capacity loss, not estimates. This makes the findings especially important because they reflect how people actually drive, charge, and live with EVs. How fast EV batteries really degrade. Here's the number that changes everything. On average, EV batteries lose about 2 to 3% of capacity per year. That means after 5 years, around 90% battery health. 8 years, roughly 80 to 85%. Even after a decade, many batteries remain very usable. In simple terms, most EV batteries are lasting as long as or longer than the vehicles themselves. This also explains why many manufacturers now offer 8-year or 100,000-mile battery warranties with confidence. The idea that EV batteries collapse suddenly just isn't supported by the data. What actually causes battery degradation? Battery degradation is real, but it doesn't happen randomly. The study found that charging behavior matters more than mileage, and one factor stood out above all others: high-power DC fast charging. Vehicles that rely heavily on fast chargers, especially above 100 kilowatts, showed noticeably higher battery degradation compared to those that mainly use level 2 home charging. Why? Fast charging pushes a lot of energy into the battery very quickly. This creates heat and chemical stress inside the cells. Over time, that stress adds up. It doesn't destroy the battery overnight, but repeated exposure accelerates long-term wear, clearing up a common misunderstanding. This part is important. Fast charging is not bad. It's one of the reasons EVs are practical for road trips and daily life. The problem isn't using fast charges. The problem is using them as your primary, everyday charging method. Occasional fast charging has minimal impact. Frequent, routine fast charging does. Think of it like sprinting. Running once in a while is fine. Sprinting every day eventually causes damage. Other factors that matter. The study also looked at other influences. Temperature plays a role. Hot climates cause slightly faster degradation, though the effect is smaller than charging speed. State of charge habits matter too. Constantly keeping the battery at 100% or draining it to near zero increases stress. Normal daily use, charging between 20 and 80% shows much better long-term health. Driving style and mileage had less impact than many people expect. What this means for EV owners. The takeaway is simple. Modern EV batteries are not fragile. They are engineered to last. For most drivers, home or level 2 charging should be the default. Fast charging should be a tool, not a habit. Avoid extreme charge levels when possible. Follow those basics and your EV battery is likely to remain strong for many years. The fear around EV battery lifespan is largely based on old assumptions, not current data. EV technology is evolving fast, but myths often stick around longer than facts. If you want more clear, data-backed breakdowns of EVs, energy, and future tech, subscribe to the channel, because the truth is usually more interesting than the headlines.